73 o'clock, and time for the Intergalactic News Report, with Channel Infinite State News anchor, Angor Vilk.
Good evening. I'm Angor Vilk. Timbar the Bipod has the weather, Scotty Alpetragius from the Dog Star covers the sports, and Synthetic Lifeform 791 brings us the world of entertainment.
Weather takes a turn for the worse, with solar flares from Sirius B threatening to destroy the galaxy.
Across the Universe Marathon ends in disaster. Leafs lose in overtime.
Excitement on Planet Resort.
But first, the news. Trouble flares again in the Safra 6 region. 8-toed flags from all over Safra gathered together today for further talks on how to bring about an end to Gulat, the political system by which 4.6 billion flags are ruled over by a blind, single-celled being named Rex. Here, from his palatial estate on Safra's golden moon, Diomedes, Rex.
I am hereby declaring a state of emergency. Changes in government must come at a slow pace. Let me be clear about this. There is no point in rushing into a situation from which we may not benefit. I will not be pushed into acting recklessly. I realize this may come as somewhat of a disappointment to the flags, who live out their entire lives in just over an hour. But so be it.
Well, it's been confirmed. God is dead. The body of the supreme intelligence known throughout the cosmos as God was found today on an isolated asteroid in the Van Allen belt. Crime reporter Quantum Earth reports.
Thank you, Angor. God's body was discovered early this morning by a detachment of Golithium miners as they started their morning shift. At this point, police don't suspect foul play.
Are there any leads at all, Quantum?
Well, deity forensic specialist Dr. Julian Fellows speculates that bruises around God's temple indicates he might have died while attempting something impossible.
Impossible? For a god?
Apparently, he was trying to create a race of beings totally devoid of guilt. As his existence was based almost entirely on that, he simply collapsed. Sort of like if you punctured a balloon with a spear gun. We found several of his early attempts burning in a pile over by the rocks there.
Can we get a shot of that?
Oh, believe me, Angor, you don't want to see that. For CISN, I'm Quantum Earth.
Thank you, Quantum. Contract talks between the Intergalactic Postal System and the Letter Carriers Union broke off early today when a compromise was reached. The IPS promises to meet the union demand of $3.5 quintillion per annum, while the carriers promise cross-galaxy delivery in less than 23,000 years. Now, here's Timbar with the weather.
Thanks, Angor, and hello out there, everyone. Well, don't put away your suntan shields just yet, folks. What looked like was going to be a cold week is going to get just a tad warmer as the red giant Sirius B is about to go nova. Flare-ups could last about 12,000 years and create temperatures around the 1,000-degree mark throughout most of the galaxy. This will be accompanied by warps in the space-time continuum, resulting in solar winds, which could destroy most of the surface life on all the worlds within a 70-light-year radius. We can look at the CISN weather holochart now and see that the radiation front, which was expected to bypass the main inhabited areas, has shifted course and is now headed straight for Langus, the picnic planet. Looks like it might be a good time to just curl up at home and regenerate some limbs. Not much change after that, folks. Except for next Friday, there might be a slight chance of rain. Angor?
What a pity. I was heading for Langus myself this weekend. It's our anniversary.
Tough break, Angor. Maybe you could go out for dinner and ingest some Italian microbes.
Good idea. Maybe we'll do that. Now, on to entertainment. From around the galaxies, here is our roving robot reporter, 791. Did we lose the feed? 791, are you there?
I'm a robot, but I'm Intergalactic News Robot Model 791P2.
I love that you robots are so literal. What does P2 stand for?
Patent pending.
I guess they go through so many of you, constantly redesigning you every time. Anyway, why bother patenting anything? No matter. So, tell me, 791, P2. What's happening around the galaxies? Are the Stones playing this weekend?
Yes, they are, but before we go on, what did you say about going through so many of me? Because that can be the reason why I can't remember anything before this morning.
Ah, I love you, you wacky robot. Now tell us what's happening where you are for your last day.
I'm sorry, what?
I mean, today. Where are you reporting from today? What's happening?
I'm sorry, I'm just a bit confused at the top. You refer to a different robot, so I didn't know you were talking to me.
It's okay, no problem.
I just don't want to lose my job.
Well, sorry to break it to you, but no one wants your job.
I just didn't know you were talking to me, that's all.
What are the chances we would be talking to another entertainment robot with such a close model number?
32,546 to 1. Sorry. Good tidings, universe. I am standing on one of the most exciting transformational episodes this galaxy sees every year for the last 32,546 years. That's strange. Today, planet X74562 will implode, and it is quite the event. Okay, wait. I didn't know this planet would implode. Not many carbon-based creatures at this remote getaway. Yeah, no shit. Unless your circuitry can last in temperature extremes between minus 1700 Celsius and 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit, then this resort would be your last. Luckily, my own circuits can withstand far more heat than standard Planetary Probe Series 3 models. Wait a minute. Who wrote this? That's not true. My circuits can only withstand... Oh, now I get it.
You said cheetah, not be understood me when I can. Now he well get it. You pricks sent me
Cows flying near 2,789.
789 read the
Off me, zip top chop.
New York.
Pivot and end of this class.
Your Pixies 2-3 play.
Oh, I love that segment every time. My favorite part is where he realizes he's doomed. Love it. It would have been nice to have actually recorded the end of the planet this time, but I'm sure someone captured it somewhere. If you have it on beta, send it to the Intergalactic News Network, galaxy.com/netcom.com. And now, here with a look at the sports picture, everybody's favorite doggian, Scotty Alpetragius. Here, Scotty. Here, boy.
Thank you, Angor. The Across the Universe Marathon ended yesterday as Olaf Glasnick from Planet Arby finished the race in 2.971 light years, outpacing Nigerian contender Mundari Oragu by 11 seconds, and proving once and for all that the universe is indeed finite. The victory sent shockwaves throughout the scientific community, which had bet heavily that no one would ever finish the race. Chibit Hut, the one-eyed Glabbernocky from the planet of TV reruns, pitched another perfect game last night in the Grapefruit League. Hut struck out 27 grapefruits in a row for his 200th win this season. Here's Grapefruit for Spaceman Stan Bimo.
Yeah, well, if we ever grow little arms to carry our bats with, we could win the pennant. I'm pretty sure about that, and a lot of the guys agree with me.
Local track star Jennifer Plessinger-Pores will miss next week's Ventilator Ovaries indoor track and tongue meet, and instead will undergo arthroscopic surgery. Arthroscopic is a doctor in Mudville, Sector 7 of the planet Rhomboid, and is also the brother of former Olympic swimmer Kathy Skopic. Retired golf great P. Wiggle Nicholas, who spends his time now designing golf courses, will himself become a course the pros can be proud of. The entire Intergalactic Golf Association will shrink itself down to the size of a pinhead and tee off from the lumbar region of P. Wiggle's brain. From what I hear, the front nine is easy, but watch out for those craters on the back. And finally, in cycling news, Lance Zungalopi, a 7-time Tour de Nenix champion, was stripped of his medals and given a Phytotopic de Champs-Élysées for testing positive for human growth hormone. Bert Fundorf, one of the humans that grew out of Zungalopi's stomach, had this to say.
Yeah, you know what this is? This is a travesty masquerading as a farce. There are 12 of us living in here, and we're going to appeal this decision right to the top.
Fundorf and 12 other humans currently residing under Zungalopi's skin are appealing the decision. And now, before we go, here is the CISN Sports Score Update. Igbar Dandruff Monkeys 6, Frozen Ozone's 98, Cloudy Danny Frank Burpa's 4%, Stephen Harper's Eyeballs 12, and Cancer leads the value-added tax sponges 7-4 in the bottom of the 5th. Back to you, Angor.
Thanks, Scotty. That's the news at 73 o'clock. As you know, tomorrow is Servo Gapnus Day, so from all of us here at CISN, have a wonderful holiday, won't you? Don't eat too many gapnoi, and if you have to, we'll make sure they're all dead and the yellow, poisonous limbs have been peeled back and pulled off. Good night.